channel. Today I'm really excited about this video because it's something that I'm kind of passionate about. I really wanted to make a video on the topic of finding and purchasing affordable furniture and having an upcycled piece of furniture, and telling you our experience with that, because I just feel like, you know, we watch a lot of house tours and home tours and hauls for furnishing an apartment and a home on YouTube, and it's like just not realistic for everybody. And even if it is realistic for you, I'm like the type of person where I'm like, yeah, I could probably buy some new pieces. Me and my significant other could, but I'm not there yet. I just don't want to buy a bunch, like a whole furniture set for like an entire apartment for several different rooms. I mean, we don't have several different rooms here, but to all match and be cohesive and pay that money, like I just don't want to do that right now. So I'm gonna get into ways we have upcycled furniture, how we found affordable pieces, and just like our journey furnishing our home. So if you guys don't know, me and my boyfriend live in a 2-bedroom apartment. We moved halfway across the country recently within the last couple months. When Brandon and I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment, we had enough furniture for both bedrooms because I had like my whole bedroom set, he had his whole bedroom set. I could take my stuff out of storage, which I was so relieved about. And lucky for us too, when we moved, both of our parents like gave us, and their families like gave us things for our home, which is amazing, and that helps a lot. And so pretty much right off the bat, like I'm the type of person where I really don't want to, like when my mom and Collins gave us stuff and when Brandon's parents gave us stuff, I'm like, I'm not gonna say no to that, even though our stuff's not going to match because it's coming from 2 different homes, 2 different times. I don't care, like I'm good with that. And so I kind of already had the mindset where I'm like, okay, like our furniture for the most part is not gonna, you know, be a cohesive one type of set thing. And when we moved here too, we originally had plans to maybe get a dining table, and that quickly changed when we just thought realistically, would we use a dining table? Would it work in our apartment? Things like that. And there was like a few things on our list of things we wanted / needed. So I'm just gonna go into it and tell you the things that we've added to the collection besides what we already had, and kind of like how we made everything work. So one of the first things that we got when we moved to this apartment was our bar stools. Like I just said, we were thinking about getting a dining table originally, but we ended up going the bar stool route because just it saves space. It's just the 2 of us most of the time, like. And we have a puppy here. I don't really want a dining table in the way of our puppy. So, and it's, I think, depending on the deals you can find, I think it might be more cost effective to just get bar stools. We had a bar. So we ended up finding 3 bar stools on, I think, OfferUp. I'm more of a Facebook marketplace type of person because then you can kind of see people's profiles and like look at them and make sure they're not sketch. And I think there's more on there. It's more happening. Like a lot of people have Facebook already, so you don't really need to go to a whole new area. Like OfferUp's, it's like a whole other thing. And so I never really like looked there until I was just like bored, and I was like, you know what? I'll just check it out and see what we could find. So I found these 3 bar stools in our area. It was probably like a 15 to 20 minute drive away. It was like a family that had them, and we got 3 bar stools for $40, which is such a good deal for good quality bar stools, or bar stools that are in pretty good shape. Honestly, like they do have like a little bit of, you know, like you can tell that they were gently used. It was funny because the guy was like, when we went to pick them up, which another thing, if you are going to buy used items or, you know, resold items, definitely don't go by yourself. You never know. You seriously never know. I'm so paranoid, so I would never have gone without Brandon. And just, yeah, be very careful about that. And same thing with like payment and stuff. Some of these things we paid with Venmo, some of these things we paid with cash. It's funny because a lot of apps like discourage you from using Venmo. So just be careful about that. Like if you're trying to secure a product and like make sure that you can get it, or like the item that's being resold. And some people are like, well, if you Venmo me first, like I'll hold it for you. Just be careful with that. But anyways, like I said, we paid $40 for 3 bar stools, which is such a good deal. It fits our countertop perfectly. Originally, I thought maybe we'd need 4 bar stools, but 3 ended up actually being better. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Like I said, there's a couple marks here and there on it. The guy said that he had kids, you know, kids are rough on things, whatever. But I'm like, you know, Brandon and I talked about the fact that, like, you know, we wanted something that would match our space, even though our space has a few different like things in it. Like we weren't looking for a perfect match, but at least something that would be cohesive. But also, we don't know if we'll use these bar stools after we move out of this apartment. They fit really well. They're the perfect height. Some bar stools are counter height and some are bar height. We needed bar height ones. But just depending on how long your counter or bar space is and the height, like this just might not work for the next place. So I was completely fine on not getting the most like trendy, expensive thing. Like I just wanted something that looked good and was comfy and sturdy. I didn't want a shaky bar stool. Ooh, okay, cool. I needed that coffee break. But yeah, that was an amazing deal because 3 bar stools from even Target or like affordable like places like IKEA and things like that, they're just, in my opinion, not the best quality for how much you're gonna spend. Like it was very easy to get just kind of like a okay bar stool for over $100 if you wanted to buy 3 of them. So yeah, we looked for that one for a while. I didn't just like get the first thing I saw. Like we definitely took our time looking and we ended up finding a really good deal, something that looks good in our space, that's comfortable, good quality. Yes, they're used, but it ended up working out really well for us. So super thrilled about those. I joked around because I saw a lot of bar stools of that style on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, and I'm like, honestly, these are probably going out of style. I think that's why there's so many of this kind. Like all the moms and whatever got these like a few years back and now they're like updating. But yeah, I'm really thrilled with those. The next thing that we got when we moved into this apartment was our media cabinet. This piece of furniture I really like, and I feel like I'm pretty lucky to have found it. I think a few people tried to swoop in and get this product as well. Like the woman that I bought it from said that there were like a few offers out there, and so I'm really glad that we ended up getting it. He told me this media cabinet was originally from World Market and was around $300, which I did look that up, of like just similar style media cabinets. Of course, like if this one's been around for a few years, it's probably not on the website anymore. And anything that was similar was in that price range, so it is believable to me it was originally that much. And something that like really drew me to it was because it's a sturdy piece of furniture. Like the legs are thick, it is just really nice quality. The color is really cute. I liked the style personally. Like I had no qualms with it. I liked everything about it. It did have a couple like, you know, like marks on the wood that we could easily probably repair with a stain marker or something like that. I'm in no rush to do that, honestly. But I really liked the color. I really liked the cabinet handles. I liked how sturdy it was. I liked the size. We were really particular with size because we needed it to cover our fireplace, which I can explain that a whole different time of why we cover our fireplace. But sorry, it's right behind me, so I keep looking at it, even though I'm probably just gonna put like B-roll in this video of it. Yeah, I really do enjoy it, and the height worked out really well for us, and we needed something sturdy for our TV, like to hold our TV, because our TV is pretty heavy. It's a big one, so that's why this ended up working out perfect. Before we had it on one of this cube thing was holding it, and it ended up being the right size that we needed, but these things are not sturdy at all. So it was amazing that we only paid $50 for a nice World Market media cabinet. Yes, there was signs of use on it. Of course, it is a used media cabinet. Sometimes you might find stuff that's like pretty much like brand new, honestly, being resold on these, but ended up working out really well. The couple that we bought it from was super nice. It was able to fit in Brandon's Subaru, so yeah, everything worked out really well. So I'm super glad. Like I said, like troll through Facebook Marketplace. I didn't go for the first one on there as well. Like I pretty much was like, okay, here's the measurements that we need in mind. We need something sturdy. We probably want something that looks good in the space. Whatever. And so we got really lucky, and it's because we kind of took our time on it. I didn't buy the first thing that would fit the height requirements and like sturdy test, and we ended up getting such a good deal. $50 I think is such a steal for that. So yeah, I love Facebook Marketplace. Even after we got the things that we needed, I still will like scroll on it from time to time, just because like I'm so nosy and like I love stuff like that. I don't know why, I just do. It's gone bad pretty much since we've been in quarantine. I love trolling it for some reason. So it first started with getting plants on there, and then it started with getting really good used furniture. The next thing that I wanted to talk about, because it is a good place that sometimes I will forget to look for furniture pieces or even appliances on, is Costco. I know not everybody has access to Costco or even like Sam's Club. I don't know. I think Sam's still has like furniture type stuff the way Costco does. But if you know somebody that does, if you personally don't have a membership, sorry, my dog just snored in the background. I 10 out of 10 recommend if you're just like looking for like, you know, like a desk chair, or in my case, I got a desk, or like bar stools, like little things like that. Like I think it's even worth just like searching it because Costco is a wholesale retailer. Like they get their stuff wholesale so they can give good deals to the customers on these products. Is my understanding of Costco. And I got the best desk. I love this desk, and this was years ago, but I've seen it come back a couple times, and I've even seen similar versions or desks like it at Costco. So I still think even if you can't get this exact one, or maybe you can, like even though this was years ago, it's still worth a look if you're looking for a similar product. And I got this desk probably, I think in like 2017, 2018, so it was like a while ago, but I absolutely love it. It was good quality, an amazing price. Like I love the wood, the glass, the metal legs. It's perfect. It has outlets on it. It's a great size. At the time, I was super into white furniture, so that's, I mean, it looks good in our space still, but that's what I used to really want and like. And I think I would still probably get a white desk and like would get this desk again in current times if I was looking for something. And I love it. It's moved around with me a lot, and it's a really good quality product. And I don't remember exactly how much it was. It was either $100, $110, or probably $120, like somewhere between $100 and $120. No more than that, for sure not. I even think $120, maybe not, but it's amazing desk, and I feel like just anything similar you could find would be at the same price point but cheaper quality, or it would be more expensive for the same quality. So definitely check out those places if you forget when they're just like maybe not top of mind in your furniture search. If you have access to them, I know not everybody does, but if you know someone, then there you go. And then to go along with my desk, this is a very recent purchase, probably the newest one in this video, and it was my desk chair. I have a swivel white, probably not real leather, which is fine with me, desk chair. It's really sleek. It's white and silver. It matches my desk perfectly, and it's a rolling swivel chair. I love it. I had to opt for this style of chair without the arms because of the way the height my desk is, and it has a slant to it. So a lot of the chairs that I saw with arms on it, the arms just wouldn't have worked height-wise, and I really liked this style, so I ended up going that direction. But it was only $60 at the Marshalls in our area, which is a great deal and very shocking because I saw the same chair, exactly the same, with arms on it at Home Goods, which is in that whole Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, like those are all connected, like under the same company. It was $200, and I'm so glad I did not go for that. I think it was a little bit above $200, and I was like, no way, especially after I saw on Amazon you can get the same chair without arms for $100 ballpark, and Wayfair about $100 you could get the same chair that I got. And then I saw it at Marshalls for $60, and I'm like, okay, this is it. And I really like it. I have no qualms with it. I think I like it more for look than like comfort, but it's not a bad chair. It's good quality, especially for $60. It's a really, really good deal. And for my case, I needed a chair without arms. You might need one with arms, so that may be a different story. I looked on Facebook Marketplace for a while for a chair for my desk, and I just didn't find anything that I liked, so this worked out perfectly. So yeah, that's another like place to look, is Marshalls. But like I said, it's like Home Goods and Marshalls, like those stores are known for having good deals, but I mean, $200 for that chair at Home Goods, in my opinion, is really not a good deal. So definitely do some comparison shopping before, you know, you just jump on it because the store, and the same thing would go for like Costco. You're like, okay, the store has a reputation for having good deals, and you just buy it because you're like, oh, I'm probably getting a good deal on this. Definitely comparison shop first and just be aware of what's out there, so then you know, like, okay, I need to look somewhere else. So keep that in mind. And then lastly is our Upcycled coffee table. I love this coffee table. It is not perfect because we DIY'd this essentially. There are just things about it that I'm like, oh, we missed a spot with stain, or the stain went on darker here and lighter here. And I really like it. At the end of the day, the stain matches our media cabinet perfectly. There are probably things we would do different next time, but it ended up turning out really well for what we need. It's a great size for our space. We were able to upcycle materials that we already had. It has extra storage. I've seen this DIY flying around on YouTube. I've seen it on Pinterest. The reason I ended up finally doing it was after I saw it on Lone Fox's channel. Drew from Lone Fox, he had a DIY on it, and he didn't stain it or anything like that, but he had the hairpin legs that we ended up buying for our table, and just kind of showed us like how he did his, and that was finally where I'm like, I should totally do this. Like, we have 3 crates already. I've seen the DIY before, and I think it's really cute. I love the upcycled look of it. Like, it looks DIY, even though my friend said she thought we bought it. And I love the storage. I just think everything about it is so cute, and it fits really well in our space. Like, we laid out the crates, and I'm like, okay, well, if we did it like this, it would only be, you know, this big, and we wanted a smaller size coffee table. When I was looking at used coffee tables, and even just ones that you can just get like anywhere, like IKEA or whatever, like, I just wasn't in love with anything. Like, I really loved this concept. So it worked out perfectly. Supplies and everything, I thought it would come out to be less expensive. It was between like $60 and $80, probably closer to 80 for us, because we screwed up parts of it, and we didn't have a lot of the supplies to start. Even though we started off with 3 crates and we only had to buy 1 more, and those crates run around $10, we had to buy drop cloths, stain brushes, which stain brushes are like $7 to $10, and we bought like 3 of them. You have to get, I forget what it's called. Oh my gosh, I can't, mineral spirits or something like that, which cleans it, like removes the stain from the brushes, and you have to like a container that's like $7 or $8 or something, and we ended up having to buy 2 of those. We had to buy a couple cans of stain. So it would have been cheaper, I think, if we didn't have to get multiples of stain, because we ended up not using one of the colors that we bought, but then we opened it by accident. So like, we got multiple cans of stain, even though we only used 1 color, and which is nice because we only went through 1 can. So I think if you initially have like brushes for stain, you have drop cloths, you don't mess up and you just do it all correctly the first time, it will be cheaper, although we already had crates, so some of this stuff kind of evens itself out. And then we ended up buying the hairpin legs from Amazon. They were really affordable. They were like $20, I think, or something. So it all worked out really, really well. And yeah, I recommend this. Like I said, I did think it would be less expensive, but depending on what you already have, depending on if you just do it correctly the first time, it might be more of an affordable project for you. But even then, like a coffee table that I really like for maybe $80, I think is a good deal. And we made it, which was a lot of fun. Like, just the process, like some of it was really boring. Like, oh, our sanding tools added to the expense list as well. So like the process that Brandon, actually, he mostly did a lot of the sanding. I did a lot of the staining. Sanding, I'm like, that's like such a not fun part, but sanding can be fun, especially when we're out there together working on it. So and the way it turned out, and like what we can use this piece for, and how it matches our media cabinet, was really, really cool. So that is the last one I was going to talk about. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was very informative and gave you guys really good ideas if you are looking for some more affordable pieces, and if you're looking to upcycle pieces. I hope I inspired you and it gave you good information if you're looking for to buy just some new things for your home. And if you like videos like this, definitely let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.